जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी गोपीजन वल्लभ गिरिवरधारी जय गोपीजन वल्लभ गिरिवरधारी यशोदानंदन ब्रजजन रंजन यशोदानंदन ब्रजजन रंजन जमुना तीरा वनचारी जमुना तीरा वनचारी जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी गोपीजन वल्लभ गिरिवरधारी जय गोपीजन वल्लभ गिरिवरधारी यशोदानंदन ब्रजजन रंजन यशोदानंदन ब्रजजन रंजन यमुना तीरा वनचारी यमुना तीरा वनचारी जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Nitai Gaur Hari Bo, Hari Bo, Hari Bo, Hari Bo. Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Prabhupada. Jayong Vishnupad Paramahamsa Parivrajakacarya Ashtottar Shatu Shri Srimad Abhay Charanarabindu Bhakti Vedanta Swami Prabhupada ki jai. ISKCON founder Acharya His Divine Grace Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Ananta Koti Vaishnav Vrinda ki jai. Namacharya Srila Haridas Thakur ki jai. प्रेम से कहो श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद की जय। श्री श्री राधा कृष्ण गोप गोपीनाथ श्याम कुंड राधा कुंड गिरि गोवर्धन की जय। श्री वृंदावन धाम की जय। श्री मथुरा धाम की जय। श्री जगन्नाथपुरी धाम की जय। श्री मायापुर नवद्वीप धाम की जय। गंगा माई की जय। जमुना माई की जय। भक्ति देवी की जय। तुलसी महारानी की जय। हरिनाम संकीर्तन की जय। समवेत भक्त वृंद की जय। गौर प्रेमानंदे हरि हरि बोल। All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories to Shri Guru and Shri Gaurango. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Pristhaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Niti Namine Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunnavadi Paschata Rishutarine. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayanang Namaskritya Naranchaiva Narottamam Deving Sarasating Vyasam Tato Jaya Mudiraya Nashtaprayeshu Abhadreshu Nittang Bhagavata Sevaya Bhagavati Uttama Shloke Bhaktir Bhavati Naistiki. Srimad Bhagavatam, 5th Canto, Chapter 8, Character of Bharat Maharaj. So takes 30, and since it's in a prose form, I'll just read it through. Ittevaṁ nigūḍha-nirvedo visṛjya mṛgīṁ mātaraṁ punar bhagavat-kṣetram upaśama-śīla muni-gaṇa-dayitaṁ śālagrāmaṁ pulastya-pulahāśramaṁ kālañjarāt pratyājagāma. Although Bharat Maharaj received the body of a deer, by constant repentance he became completely detached from all material things. He did not disclose these things to anyone, but he left his mother deer in a place known as Kālañjara Mountain, where he was born. He again went to the forest of śālagrāmaṁ and to the ashram of Pulastya and Pulaha. Please repeat after me. Although Bharat Maharaj received the body of a deer, by constant repentance, he became completely detached from all material things. He did not disclose these things to anyone, but he left his mother deer in a place known as Kālañjara Mountain, where he was born. He again went to the forest of śālagrāmaṁ and to the ashram of Pulastya and Pulaha. Purport by Srila Prabhupada. It is significant that Maharaj Bharat, by the grace of Vasudev, remembered his past life. He did not waste a moment. He returned to Pulahāśram, to the village known as śālagrāmaṁ. Association is very meaningful. Therefore, ISKCON tries to protect one who enters the society. The members of this society should always remember that the society is not like a free hotel. All the members should be very careful to execute their spiritual duties so that whoever comes will automatically become a devotee and will be able to return back to Godhead in this very life. Although Bharat Maharaj required the body of a deer, he again left his hearth and home. In this case, the mountain Kālañjara. No one should be captivated by his birthplace and family. One should take shelter of the association of devotees and cultivate Krishna consciousness. So 31 is the last verse of this chapter. Should I go through that also? And finish this chapter. Tasminnapi kalang pratikshamanaha sangacha bhrisham udvigna atma sahacharaha shushko parno trina virudha vartamano mrigatta nimittavashanameva ganayan mrigasharirang tirthodaka klinnam utsarsarja. Translation by His Divine Grace, Srila Prabhupada. Remaining in that ashram, the great King Bharat Maharaj was now very careful not to fall victim of bad association. Without disclosing his past to anyone, he remained in the ashram and ate dry leaves only. He was not exactly alone, for he had the association of the Super Soul. In this way he waited for death in the body of a deer. Bathing in that holy place, he finally gave up that body. Purport by Srila Prabhupada. Holy places like Vrindavan, Haridwar, Prayag and Jagannath Puri are specially meant for the execution of devotional service. Vrindavan specifically is the most exalted and preferred holy place for Vaishnava devotees of Lord Krishna who are aspiring to return back to Godhead, the Vaikuntha planets. There are many devotees in Vrindavan who regularly bathe in the Jamuna, and this cleanses all the contamination of the material world. By constantly chanting and hearing the holy names and pastimes of the Supreme Lord, one certainly becomes purified and becomes a fit candidate for liberation. However, if one purposefully falls victim to sense gratification, he has to be punished, at least for one lifetime, like Bharat Maharaj. Thus, in the Bhaktivedanta purport of the 5th canto, 8th chapter of the Srimad Bhagavatam, entitled A Description of the Character of Bharat Maharaj. So, what a beautiful chapter, giving us such wonderful instructions through the life of Bharat Maharaj. In one hand we can see he was such an exalted person. Can you, if some very exalted person nowadays becomes a devotee, how will we feel? Say for example, if Narendra Modi becomes a devotee, how will everyone feel? Won't all the people of India will be so inspired by that? Oh, Narendra Modi became a devotee. He gave up his prime ministership and moved into, he came to Ujjain and became a devotee. So that's the effect of a great personalities taking some proper action. And that's why in Bhagavad Gita, Krishna says, Jad jad acharati sreshtas stattad evetaro jana. Sa jat pramanam kurute lokastad anuvartate. Jad jad acharati sreshtas. As a great man acts, accordingly the other people follow. Tat tat eva itara jana. Itara jana means those who are subordinate. Like Narendra Modi is the Prime Minister, everybody in India knows him. So if he sets an example, then everybody will tend to follow that, especially when that example is the right example. Now we can see how Indian culture used to be. Vedic culture used to be. Maharaj Bharat was the king of the entire earth planet. So everybody knew him. So when Bharat Maharaj left home in order to execute devotional service, how did everybody feel? Everybody must have thought that this is the right way to do, this is the right thing to do. The king has done that, so I also should do that. So that is why it is so important to establish the Vedic culture properly. Instead of Vedic culture, what is happening? What is happening? Instead of Vedic culture now, it is a TV culture. Whatever the TV says, tatta devetaro jana. All the people follow that. TV says, एक नया गाड़ी निकला है, बहुत बेहतर, बहुत बढ़िया है, बहुत आराम होगा चलने में, तो चलो वो गाड़ी खरीदना है. यद्यपि वो बहुत महंगा है, लेकिन कैसे जैसे भी हो, चुरा कर, ब्राइब लेकर, कैसे भी हो, वो रुपया कमाना होगा और वो गाड़ी खरीदना होगा. अगर गाड़ी नहीं खरीदा तो जिंदगी बर्बाद हो गया. This is what is happening in today's world. No one is concerned about his actual welfare. What is the actual welfare? The actual welfare is spiritual advancement. Body and soul. Body is made of matter, soul is from the spiritual world. So where is our actual home? Is our actual home here or there? So, if you are away from your home, where do you want to go? Especially when you are in a prison, do you want to stay there? Do you want to stay in a prison? Or you dream when you are going to go home, when you are going to get free from the prison and go home. Isn't it? Because at home you have your relatives and friends and you want to be with them. Similarly, our actual home is the spiritual world. Our actual relatives are there. And who is our supreme relative? Krishna. And with Krishna in the center, we have so many relatives there. Just like with the Father in the center, with our family, we develop our relationships. But those relationships in this material nature are based with the body, and as a result of that, they are temporary. We develop relationship. In our family life, we develop relationships with our parents, with our brothers, with our sisters, with our friends, with our other family members. And then one gets married, he develops his relationship with his wife. Then he gets children, he develops his relationship with his children. And these relationships are very, very strong and deep. They are like the heart, very tight knots in the heart. Where are the relationships? In the heart. Don't you feel that? The relationships? And these hearts have been, these relationships have been described in the scriptures as knots in the heart. With a knot, we are tying down to this material nature. Hridaya Granthi. Hridaya Granthi. Granthi means knot. The knots in the hearts. And that's why naturally one feels, oh, how can I leave my family members? How can I leave my relatives and friends? Now what to speak of our material accumulations? The accumulations of wealth, accumulation of various things. But as a devotee, we learn that no matter how deep these relationships are, they are simply a bondage. They are Maya. And I have to get rid of that. And that's why at one point, the relationships are real. Hridaya Granthi, Bhiddhate Hridaya Granthi. The knots in the hearts. They're tying us down to this material nature. But the question is, do I want to remain in the prison? And that is what Maya is. The Maya is actually, these are the chains with which we are tied down to the material nature. But we are thinking that we can't live without them. You see, sadhu's business is to speak straight and cut the knots in the heart. It may not sound very palatable and pleasant, but that's what I have to tell you. When you develop your attachment to your children, when you develop your attachment to your relatives and friends in this material nature, they are actually Maya. And you should get rid of them. I can see so many hearts throbbing. The example is, why did Bharat Maharaj leave home and go to the forest? Don't you think that Bharat Maharaj didn't have his attachment to his children? Do you think Bharat Maharaj didn't love his wife? Do you think Bharat Maharaj didn't have his friends? But why did he leave them? For his actual welfare. Like that is why it is important to realize that this material nature is a prison house. And all this bondage, that all these attachments that are tying us down to this material nature, they are actually the chains with which we are tied down to the material nature. And who created that? That chain has been created by Maya. I don't know whether in Hindi this expression is there, but in Bengali that expression is very clear. The word Maya in Bengali means affection or affectionate attachment. Maya and Mamata. हिंदी में आता है ये शब्द, माया ममता. माया का मतलब है जो बंधन हमारे स्नेह की वश बन चुका है, माया. एंड ममता का मतलब क्या है? व्हाट इज द मीनिंग ऑफ द वर्ड ममता? द सेंस ऑफ माइन. ममता, मम मीन्स माइन, and ta means feeling or bond. The bond due to the feeling of their mind. So Maya and Mamta. So there is this attachment which is tying us down to the material nature. Let's see how many of you understood this point. Please raise your hands. Very nice. I hope you didn't do that just to impress me. Anyway, as I said, my business is to help you cut your attachments. And it happens in Krishna consciousness. I am seeing that. I was actually quite shocked when I first experienced it. I was a new devotee. I was in Vrindavan with Srila Prabhupada. I was serving him. Just a few months in the movement actually. And in Vrindavan there was one of our god brother and god sister. They're from one of the South Caribbean countries. I forgot the name. Anyway, so and they had a daughter, a little girl, and very sweet, and she was very dear to everyone, and I became very fond of her. Like she used to come to me, and I used to, and then all of a sudden one day this girl died. You see, from the West, they used to come to India. In those days there was a fear of malaria. So they used to carry quinine, chloroquine tablets. So her parents were carrying a bottle of chloroquine. And one day this girl just swallowed a few of these chloroquine tablets and she died. I mean, I was feeling so sad, like just to see this girl which was so so sweet, so charming, so full of life. All of a sudden she's gone. And she must have been about 6 or 7 years old at that time. But I noticed her mother, she did not shed a drop of tear. And I was quite shocked because like in normal condition the mother would have been practically gone wild in that situation. She would have been wailing, she would have been sobbing in such a way. But she was just completely unaffected by that. And at that time I was shocked, but later on I understood that this is what spiritual knowledge does. She realized that this girl was not her daughter. She realized that she was a spirit soul, came to her, got a body through her, and went back. And Srila Prabhupada also supported that feeling. Srila Prabhupada said that she came just to fulfill some little business that she had to fulfill, and completing that, she went back to Godhead. She came to Vrindavan, left her body in Vrindavan. It was just Krishna's arrangement to finish some business from a previous life that she had. So this is what this wisdom of Krishna consciousness does. Makes the mother feel totally detached from her children. That is, I think, the deepest bondage. The women are naturally affectionate, and mothers are generally more affectionate to their daughters. And here she was the only daughter and she lost her. But she was not affected. In a way, I have seen these Western devotees, when they take to Krishna consciousness, they take it very seriously. At least during Prabhupada's time, it was very clear. They would, whatever Prabhupada said, they took it wholeheartedly. Not that Indians don't. I mean, I'm sure they also do it. But the point is that that is the reality. We have to recognize that these material attachments are Maya. And we have to, in order to approach Krishna, we have to get rid of this Maya. We have to get rid of this Maya. In order to get out of the prison, don't we have to get rid of our chains with which we are tied down? So similarly, in order to go back to Godhead, we have to become free from these attachments. And what a wonderful example we are getting through Bharat Maharaj. What a beautiful example. He got a dear body. From a person who was the king of the entire earth planet, now he is born as a deer. But Bharat Maharaj did not lament that he got a deer body, but he was lamenting that he wasted such an opportunity, such a mistake he made. And he took full advantage of the deer body. Okay, I got a deer body, so what? Let me go through it. Let's take full advantage in the deer body also. That is the mood of a devotee. In whichever situation he is in, he takes it as Krishna's mercy. It's Krishna's mercy. Krishna put me in this situation, so let me go through it and take full advantage of it. And then we see that how Bharat Maharaj in his next life, after getting the deer body, he got a pure devotee's body, Jara Bharat. That will come in the next chapter. And so, did we learn some lesson from this? Okay, lesson 1. What did you learn? Who will say? Maharaj, you tell us. First lesson.
Relationship is attachment.
Yes, all the relationships are actually an undesirable attachment. Okay, yes, Radharani?
These bonds are, they are Maya. No matter how deep the bonds are,
Deeper it is, greater the Maya. Right.
They have to be cut.
They have to be cut. Very good.
We should not neglect our spiritual practice.
Very good point. Yeah, due to our attachments, we should not neglect our spiritual practices. Very good. Yes, President.
We should try to make the best use of this great opportunity which we got.
Very good. We must try to take the best advantage of this wonderful opportunity. Yes? Association is very important. जितना जल्दी सके हमको धीरे धीरे अटैचमेंट कट करना होगा. बहुत अच्छा. Yes. Yeah, we should not waste a single moment. We should be very, very diligent in practicing our spiritual life. Yes.
Spiritual knowledge removes the hardest of our attachments.
Spiritual knowledge removes the hardest of our attachments, deepest of our attachments. Very good.
A devotee should take all situations as Krishna's mercy.
Very good. A devotee should accept every situation as Krishna's mercy.
Actual welfare is spiritual development.
The actual welfare is the spiritual development.
We should detach from the physical world.
Yes, we should detach ourselves from this material world. Very good.
Don't not lament whatever we got, we should take advantage of that.
Very good. Don't lament about whatever situation you are in, rather take full advantage of that. Very good.
दूसरा लाइफ का चांस नहीं लेना, इसी लाइफ में seriously
Very good. दूसरा लाइफ के लिए प्रतीक्षा नहीं करना, इस लाइफ में ही सब कुछ काम खत्म करना. Yeah. Okay. Maya can come anytime in any way.
We should learn from our mistakes.
We should learn from our mistakes. So many wonderful points are coming out. So take note of all these.
Don't underestimate Maya.
Don't underestimate Maya. Very good.
Yesterday you said that Ujjain needs to talk anything other than Krishna, and then we begin to criticize. So then you said that we do this because it makes us feel better and more superior. So then you also said that even if we see faults in others, we should not criticize.
Very good point. Did everybody hear that? Okay, I will repeat Jamuna Priya's words. Prajalpa means any talk other than Krishna consciousness. And this prajalpa leads to criticizing others. We love to criticize others because it makes us feel better, that we are greater than others. And what was the last point?
You were saying that even if we see faults,
Oh, right, yeah. Even if we find some faults in others, we should not criticize them. Rather, if it is necessary, we should go to the higher authorities and report to them.
Maya means bonding due to affection.
Maya means bondage due to affection.
These relationships are the chains that bind us down to the material world.
Relationships are the chains that bind us down to this material nature.
Not to be in the devotee association is very dangerous.
Not to be in the devotee association is very dangerous. Very good point. Huh?
Maya can attack most exalted devotees.
Okay, very good. Maya can attack or Maya can influence even very, very advanced devotees. So we should be very careful.
Sadhu's business is to speak to cut knots.
Okay. Sadhu's business is to speak the truth without worrying about how others are going to feel about it. So you become a sadhu now? Yes.
श्रील प्रभुपाद जी ने हमें सारा वैकुंठ दिया है, इससे हमें नरक बनाने के वैकुंठ बनाने में हमको सोचना चाहिए क्या?
ओके, श्रील प्रभुपाद हमको वैकुंठ दिया है और हमको उसको नरक नहीं बनाना चाहिए. ओके.
Maya attacked Bharat Maharaj in the form of compassion to deer.
Very good. Maya attacked Bharat Maharaj in the form of compassion for that little deer. Yeah. So one has to take his spiritual life very seriously, otherwise one must learn the lesson from Bharat Maharaj's example.
We should always
We should always?
consult a spiritual master.
Yeah, we should always consult a spiritual master when you are in doubt.
Relationships in material nature is Maya. Relationships in material nature are Maya.
Okay. Relationships in this material nature are all Maya. Very good. Just constantly chant the Hare Krishna and remain attached to devotional service.
To be compassionate is good, but to be attached to something is very dangerous.
Very good. To be compassionate is good, but to be attached to someone is very bad.
To be afraid to be alone.
Yes.
Maya is a teacher.
One should be afraid to be alone. One should be afraid to be away from the association of devotees.
Maya is no weakness, so don't show her.
Huh?
Maya is no weakness, so don't show her.
Don't show weakness. Don't show weakness to Maya.
Don't show our weakness to Maya. Okay. Very good. Yes?
You also said that if we're not feeling bliss, it's because we're not following the process properly. If we are not feeling bliss in Krishna consciousness, it's because we are not following the process properly.
Good. If we are not experiencing the bliss in Krishna consciousness, then we have to understand that something is wrong with us. Very good.
गुरु जी आपने कहा था कि जब हम कृष्ण को छोड़कर और दूसरे किसी पर जब हम आसक्त हो जाते तो वहाँ से प्रॉब्लम आना चालू हो जाती है. एक उदाहरण आपने बहुत अच्छा देकर समझा था. जैसे शरीर है, शरीर की उंगली उससे शरीर की उंगली को हम अलग, शरीर से उंगली को अलग नहीं कर सकते, उसका अस्तित्व शरीर से. उसी प्रकार अब जब हम कृष्ण से अलग हो जाएंगे तब वहाँ से हमारी प्रॉब्लम चालू होती है.
जब हम कृष्ण से अलग हो जाते हैं तो okay, when we become separated from Krishna, then the problem starts. Just like when the finger is cut off from the body, the problem starts. So to solve the problem, we have to connect the finger to the body again, then all the problems will be solved. So last question, last comment.
Maya is like teacher, which always putting test. If you pass the test, then we advance.
Very good point. Maya is like a teacher who is putting you through tests, and when you pass the test, then you get promoted. Thank you. I learned so much from today's class. Thank you very much. Okay, और भी okay, बताओ. Question. बोलो.
रिलेशनशिप में स्वाभाविक प्रेम और आसक्ति में अंतर नहीं कर पाते, कि हमारा उनके प्रति स्वाभाविक प्रेम ही आसक्ति.
हाँ, ये भौतिक जगत का जो प्रेम वही आसक्ति का बंधन होता है, कारण होता है. लेकिन प्रेम जो है वो भगवान के लिए ही होना चाहिए. और भगवान के अलावा जब प्रेम होता है वो प्रेम नहीं है, वो काम है. आत्मेंद्रिय प्रीतिवांछा तारे बोली काम. अपने इंद्रिय की सुख देने का जो प्रयास है वो है काम. लेकिन भगवान के इंद्रिय के सुख देने का जो प्रयास है हमारे इंद्रिय के द्वारा वो है प्रेम. राघव पंडित. हाँ,
भगवान पर अटूट विश्वास,
भगवान पर अटूट विश्वास होना चाहिए।
कभी ऐसा गिर भी जाते हैं तो भगवान संभालेंगे।
हाँ,
और एक और बात यह है कि माया तो अपने है ही, ध्यान रखते ही। जब ऐसा हो भी जाए तो भगवान जैसे बोलते हैं ना कि मैं संभाल लूंगा, तो इसका रूपी नाव में तो बैठ जाए कम से कम आकर। और आपने एक बार बताया था कि उसमें से जंप नहीं मारने का है।
नाव के अंदर जंप मार सकते हो। मैं बात ये मैं सुन नहीं पाया। ब्रह्मचारी प्रति
जो आसक्ति है, जैसे बेटा ब्रह्मचारी हो गया तो उसके प्रति जो आसक्ति नहीं होना चाहिए, लेकिन आसक्ति टूटती नहीं है, इसके लिए क्या करें?
ओह अच्छा, ठीक है। और ब्रह्मचारी जब बन गया है उसके प्रति आसक्ति अच्छा है। हाँ, क्योंकि वो जब आध्यात्मिक मार्ग में आगे बढ़ेंगे तो उसके आसक्ति के प्रति तुम्हारा भी फायदा होगा, है ना। तो इसलिए अपने जो है उसको भगवान के पास देना बहुत ही अच्छा है। हाँ, और तब क्या होगा, भगवान ही बोलेगा अच्छा ये ब्रह्मचारी का माँ बहुत अच्छी है। और भगवान हाँ, उन पर कृपा करेंगे। हाँ? और देखो वैसे हाँ, लड़के लोग तो वैसे चले भी जाते हैं। आजकल क्या होता है, हाँ, जब शादी होता है, शादी के पश्चात माँ बाप को छोड़कर चले जाते हैं, है ना। तो खोना तो होता ही है, नहीं तो नौकरी के कारण कभी दूर देश चले जाते हैं। हाँ, लेकिन बात यह है कि जब चले जाते हैं तब कष्ट नहीं होता है वैसे, लेकिन जब भगवान के पास जाते हैं तो कष्ट होता है। ये माया का परीक्षा है। हाँ, माया पूछ रहा है देखो जो अपना जो फेवरेट था उसको भगवान को देने से भगवान संतुष्ट होते हैं। ये परीक्षा होता है। है ना। जिसके प्रति तुम्हारा आसक्ति है वो अगर तुमको अगर वो तुम भगवान को दोगे तो भगवान उतना ही प्रसन्न होंगे। जिस वस्तु के कोई मूल्य नहीं है तुम्हारे पास, वो अगर भगवान को दिया तो भगवान तो दिल में बैठकर देख रहा है ना, तो भगवान क्या बोलेंगे, हाँ तुम क्या मेरे साथ तमाशा कर रहे हो। हाँ, लेकिन जो चीज हमारे लिए कीमती है, हमारे लिए जो बहुत ही मूल्यवान है, उसको जब हम भगवान को देते तो भगवान प्रसन्न होते हैं। ठीक है। तो आप फिक्र मत करके बोलो, सोचो कि भगवान ये तो मेरा प्यारा था, उसको मैं आपको पास दे दिया, आप उसको संभालिए और आप उसको बहुत अच्छा भक्त बनाइए। तब क्या होगा, याद है ध्रुव महाराज का क्या हुआ था। ध्रुव महाराज को लेने के लिए जब वैकुंठ से विमान आ गया था, तो ध्रुव महाराज जब जा रहे थे वो विमान से चढ़कर वैकुंठ के प्रति, अपना माँ को याद आया। अपने माँ के कारण हम आज भगवान के भक्त बना, तो मेरा माँ का क्या होगा, मैं माँ को छोड़कर कैसे मैं जाऊं, मेरा माँ को भी तो साथ लेना है। तब वैकुंठ के जो ये आए थे रथ चलाने वाला, वो बोला आप फिक्र मत कीजिए, और सामने और एक विमान जो देख रहे हैं आपकी माँ उसमें जा रही है। हाँ? हरे कृष्णा। Gaur Premanande. Any other? Yeah, Radharani, you have a question? Okay. Thank you very much. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Oh, there are some questions. Rasa Shrestha Das. According to devotional principle, what was the duty of Bharat Maharaj for the welfare of dear child, baby deer? Good. Where is Rasa Shrestha? Boshu. Oh, actually, yeah, Boshu Shrestha. I said Rasa Shrestha. Yeah, good point. Good point. He should have taken care of the baby deer, but not get attached to it. You get it? Yes, the baby deer he rescued, he should take care of it. He should have taken care of it, but not get so attached. So much so that he started to neglect his spiritual activities. Question? Yeah. Okay, yeah.
From the description of the last few verses, we see that Bharat Maharaj could remember his first life as a deer body, and he used that experience to sincere mourn in his life. So it seems that if we remember our first life and become more sincere, it will be more beneficial.
If the past life was a devotee life. Okay. And then you come to a situation where it is a lamentable situation. Like, if it was, say for example, when Bharat Maharaj became Jara Bharat, he didn't lament about it. But when he got into a deer body, because it was a degradation, elevation is desirable.
I'm comparing the gender moksha to the deer. When Bharat Maharaj took the deer form, he was in full cognition of what had happened, but he didn't get free. He had to still take another birth. But Gajendra was also an elephant, but he got moksha.
Yeah, like not that everybody will be in the same level. Here we can see that the deer's position was more advanced than the situation of Gajendra, who in his previous life was a king, a devotee king, Indradumna. Not Indradumna of Jagannath pastimes. So, and he got cursed by Vasishtha Rishi, and he was born as a... so his situation is different. He was cursed to get this body, and he did not have any recollection. He did not have any recollection of his past life. But fortunately, at the time of leaving his body, that awareness came. He remembered that the Lord has to be glorified. I mean, he should take shelter of the Lord. So he took shelter of the Lord, offering that flower. It's from Nimai Sundar Das. Hare Krishna, Guru Maharaj, Dandavat Pranam, Guru Maharaj. Our Acharyas are teaching us to cry for Krishna in order to get his favor. Similarly here, Bharat Maharaj is sincerely repenting for his neglect. So is this repentance means crying for Krishna? Well, crying is crying, and with what intention or with what mood one is crying, that may differ. Somebody may cry out of lamentation, out of distress, and somebody may even cry out of ecstasy. Devotees cry out of ecstasy. But here what you are meaning by crying is cry for his mercy. And in order to cry, we have to recognize our difficult situation. I am in such a difficult situation, please rescue me. Like a prisoner is crying to become free from the prison. Okay.
गुरु महाराज अपने 2 दिन पहले क्लास में कहा था कि हमको भक्ति को तीव्रता से करना चाहिए। तो तीव्रता का मीनिंग क्या है? जब मैं सुनती हूँ तो अंदर से नेगेटिव फीलिंग्स आती है मेरे अंदर। मुझे ऐसा लगता है मैं साधना जो भक्ति उसको भी सीरियसली नहीं कर पा रही हूँ, तो तीव्रता से क्या करूँगी? ऐसा लगता है मेरे लिए नहीं बोले जा रहे, बड़े बड़े
तीव्रता का मतलब है जितना तक संभव उतनी प्रेरणा के साथ, उतने संकल्प के साथ करना है। जितना तक कर सकते हैं। सबको तो क्षमता एक तरह नहीं होगा। जो बड़े भक्त हैं वो मोर एडवांस सिचुएशन में, जो छोटे भक्त हैं उनको उतना नहीं होगा, लेकिन अपने क्षमता के मुताबिक करना है भगवान के साथ। और हर समय ये भावना रहना चाहिए कि कैसे हम और भी ज्यादा कर सके।
We see the examples of like Tukaram Maharaj and Mirabai. They were the exemplaries post-rulers. But at the same time, we see in this form that such devotional way is not very much encouraged.
Such devotional?
Is this their life was not very much encouraging or set up like this form? How we can understand?
That is because, you see, they are not exactly coming in our line. Actually, Mirabai did come to our line. Mirabai eventually was initiated by Srila Rupa Goswami. And I think Tukaram was initiated by Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Anyway, we can take inspiration from any exalted devotee. But because, they are not so well presented, not so much information about them, because there are so many saintly personalities, right? Better to focus on those who you can relate to. But when somebody speaks about Tukaram, when somebody speaks about Mirabai, we accept it with an open heart and appreciate it. Alka Radha Devi Dasi, Hare Krishna Guru Maharaj, Dandavat Pranam. Please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Guru Maharaj, I feel very low at times seeing how my fellow devotees are progressing in spiritual life and how devotees are nicely situated in devotional service, whereas I am not making any advancement. How can I try to improve my situation? Well, this is a good sign that you are appreciating and admiring others' devotion. So then, since you have such appreciation for them, try to follow their footsteps, try to become like them, and that is how you can improve. Like, see what they're doing, how they're serving, how they're finding time, and if you are in a situation when you cannot really serve like them, then you can still maintain that feeling that, oh, I wish I could be in their situation, and pray to Krishna. Thank you. Hare Krishna, Gaur Premanande, Hare Hare.